Come on in, all in for you trucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm back, man. I ain't been here for a while, but it's another blessed day, man. Hope y'all brothers and sisters out there driving those trucks, man. Y'all driving safely, man. And the companies y'all working for, man, treating you right. I know, you know what I'm saying, the industry right now ain't right, but I hope, you know what I'm saying, that those drivers out there, man, who are driving, man, out there making sure all the product and all the stuff get to the communities and the cities and the states, man. Um, Out there, man, you know what I'm saying, making sure you drive safely on those roads, the highway, byways, and you're getting treated right. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is hard times in the industry, hard time in this country. And I'm just here today, man, to say to the truckers, man, and also the companies, man, the carriers, man, you know what I'm saying, that, man, the way the industry is today, man, with the rates, and a lot of the carriers don't understand that, yeah, they understand that rates is bad, the industry is bad, and so the drivers who are driving those drive vans and those reefers, they really getting it. You know what I'm saying? The race for the drive van is horrible. The race for the reefers is not as might not be as horrible as the drive van, but it's close neck and neck. Flatbed, you know what I'm saying, as well. You know what I'm saying? They still got okay race, but it ain't as, it ain't this many loads, you know what I'm saying? And so the industry is going through something. And even though, you know what I'm saying, it might be because of the bigger economy, a lot of what we are going through as those who participate in this logistic industry, in this trucking industry, a lot of it got to do with us, you know what I'm saying, as drivers and carriers. And I say this because as long as we don't stand up and be accountable for allowing for this industry to go down, and as long as it's going down, you're going to see all the stuff we see that's bad, that we don't like, that make a lot of people leave the industry, that make a lot of people get out the industry, you know what I'm saying? There was once an industry that everybody seen great hope, you know what I'm saying? So they poured in, they invested their time and their money. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing when people are able to see investment in the industry, because when you got people that's investing their time and money, that industry goes up, it rises up, because you have a lot of investment, you have a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? You have a lot of other entities that's also investing because they seeing, man, great hope in this industry, you know what I'm saying? And so, but, you know what I'm saying, as anything in this country, man, you're going to always have your few who want all the money. You know what I'm saying? They want all the money. They want all the money of something they see that's being invested into heavily. They want to be able to have all the money. They want to be able to have all the control. And that's where we at right now in this industry. We want to have a few that's maintain the benefit, and they want more. You know what I'm saying? And because it's a mindset, you know what I'm saying? It's a mindset where if I'm able to get more, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to beat out my competitors. You know what I'm saying? And the more bigger you get, you want less competitors. And so as you get bigger, you try to gobble up the small competitors, or at least put them out of business. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset that's been taught, you know what I'm saying, in this country, you know what I'm saying? And so whether it be carriers, whether it be the shippers, this how it goes, you know what I'm saying? And so right now we just got pariahs. We got predators that's preying on the status of this industry right now, and they driving it down, you know what I'm saying? But they driving it based on they trying to take the money. They trying to take the money and run with the money. And so that's why you see now a lot of fraud, you know what I'm saying? A lot of companies, man, not paying their drivers, mistreating their drivers. I didn't experience. I'm experiencing right now with a company, and I think I had put this on one of my last posts and highlighted this company, you know what I'm saying? And I was trying to warn the drivers, you know what I'm saying, not to apply to this company, you know what I'm saying, because it's a bad company, you know what I'm saying? They don't pay their drivers, they don't treat their drivers right, but they got the pretty trucks. They got the updated 22 newer trucks, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, Freightliners and Volvo. So if you have those people who love to drive, just love to drive trucks, they got it for you know what I'm saying, but you ain't gonna get paid nothing, you know what I'm saying, but this is what we at in the industry, you know what I'm saying. When the industry is created and it's based off of the people that's in it's all about money, they drive all and feed the bad of the industry, you know what I'm saying. So now you have people that's engaging in fraud. Now you have people that's creating companies that's manipulating their drivers, you know what I'm saying, and getting their drivers to go over the road and drive and get paid nothing, you know what I'm saying, and so this where we at, and until the carriers and the drivers stand up and come together and say, hey, we're gonna put a stop to all these fraudulent people that's in the country, and got these companies that engaging in fraud, double brokings. We're gonna deal with the brokers, you know what I'm saying, who are taking off the top, you know what I'm saying, and driving the race down. We're gonna deal with this stuff. We're gonna by coming together and standing up and saying, hey, this it. We're not gonna keep on accepting these small rates that is basically deals with your pay. You know what I'm saying? That means you work more, but you get paid less, and the pay just keep on going down. It's not going up, it's going down. And the people out there driving and working, seeing that in their homes, you know what I'm saying, their personal life, you know what I'm saying, the food, the clothes, all the things is going up. But if your pay keep on going down and you out here working, the driver's working hours, 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 hours. They working, but your pay is going down. So the drivers got to be able to come together. Your carriers got to be able to come together with the drivers, you know what I'm saying? If, you know what I'm saying, everybody want a fair rate. Everybody want to be able to all benefit, which we all can benefit when you have a market that's in the trillions, you know what I'm saying? So how can it not be able to take care of the drivers, the carriers, shippers still be satisfied with the rates they get to be able to move for their customers? How can we all not be able to benefit for a $1 trillion industry? It's impossible. We just have greedy people. And if we don't deal with the greedy people, ain't nothing gonna change. People who have these platforms that think that the market is going through something, like they went through this and that, that's not the reason why this market is continuing to be bad and continue to go down. That's not the reason. I don't care how much analyzing and assessing you doing on the market. That's not the reason. You telling people that, but that's not the reason. The market is the way it is because you have greedy people in this industry, and they want to capitalize to the maximum of their greed. You know what I'm saying? And so when you look at the overall country, you see the immigration problem. And I'm not blaming immigration when I say this. So I'm just saying people that's greedy and people who have control of stuff, and they in positions to be able to be in control and manipulate stuff. The immigration problem become a means to use people that's leaving their country, trying to find something better in this country. They're able to use that situation by knowing that, okay, these people are fleeing countries where they used to have companies there. And they used to hire workers that worked for basically $1, pennies. And so these same people will come in this country, won't probably mind working for $300, $400, $500 a day. And so why not lobby the political leadership to get them the means to get jobs, get them into the CDL classes, become truck drivers, so they can work companies where now there's been lobbied that, hey, our industry, it took a hit. They saying because the larger company, which is not true, but it took a hit because of the larger company, and a lot of people in this country don't want to work. This is the theme they use for everything. The people and the drivers that got their CDL that live in this country don't want to work. They leaving the industry. They don't want to work. Give these people opportunity to work for the $500, the $600, $300. These companies might offer them. And so what they do, they bring in these people who are looking for work to improve their life They don't know. They come in, but all they want to do is have an opportunity to work. And so the government provide an opportunity for them to work, get them into CDL school, get their CDL real quick. Boom, they on the road, they driving, and the rates stay the same. The pay go down, and so now you have a OTR job where, regardless of whether you driving a dry van, flatbed, or reefer, OTR, over the road job, people getting paid $1,300 or less, $1,400 or less. Well, this is the top in the industry. This is the top job because it takes up so much of your time, and you driving for further miles and distances. So that's why the pay has always been high if you was an OTR driver. But now those pays that went down to regional and local jobs. It's pay. And so to the person who know the industry, been over here living and driving, they know, hey, it's not worth it for me to be over the road if I'm getting paid local pay. I'm getting paid a regional pay. Why should I be over the road and I can be home every day, or I can be home every week? This is the dilemma the truck driver had to deal with and ask himself and family. I can possibly, you know what I'm saying, be home every day and get some stuff done at home, help out at home, and still get the same pay I was getting paid over the road, driving for a local job. But the people that's greedy, they see a means to say, okay, we should do this immigration problem to keep the rate the way it is, and use those people, help them get their CDL, drive these trucks, brand new trucks, nice trucks, put them over the road, pay them $400, $500 a week. They get some years in, they'll go up possibly to $1,200, $1,300 a week. So the people who are at the top, they're satisfied. Shippers, the brokers, they still gonna get their money off the top. The carriers, the big carriers, they still gonna get their money. But the smaller companies, they getting squeezed out because they got those expenses they still got to deal with. They got those high insurance rates that they got to deal with. They got the high maintenance costs and parts to fix those equipment they got to deal with. They don't got the big money. And so they get squeezed out. That's how you limit your competition. That's how you're able to get a big pool of the big companies gobbling up the smaller companies and their equipment, as well as, if they're not gobbling up the equipment of those smaller companies, gobbling up the drivers from those companies to maintain their companies. And you've seen it. We done seen it already from the big company Yellow. A lot of their drivers went to FedEx and went to other bigger companies. If we don't pull together as drivers, carriers, smaller carriers, this gonna continue to go like it is. The race is not finna go back to a level where the driver or the carriers are seeing enough profit to even maintain their business, enough profit to even maintain a good pay for their drivers. It's not finna happen. The bigger picture is you had the immigration problem, people coming over, rightfully so. It's not this trucking industry is not, or the immigrants is not to blame for the industry or how it is. Like I said, the blame is the greedy people. But the immigration problem is going to be used to maintain the low rates, the cheap rates, to maintain cheap rates and cheap pay for a lot of work and sacrifices that the drivers have to put in operating equipment and moving product. That's where we at. And you're going to keep on seeing the fraud if we don't do nothing. The fraud, the companies that don't pay their workers, their drivers. You're going to keep on seeing all this stuff going on in our industry. It's good to be hopeful, man, but it's good also to deal with the facts and reality. This is where we at in this country. And until we stand up as drivers and do something, it's going to stay the same. As carriers banding together with the drivers to do something, it's going to stay the same, sadly to say. You're going to see a lot of more people leaving the industry. You're going to see a lot of more drivers moving from one company to another company, rightfully so, especially when their companies might treat them right, they're not paying them right. You're going to see a lot of that. And you're going to see continue the fraud, and you're going to continue to see the double brokering, and you're going to continue to see companies engaging in some of the behavior, like I say, of not paying their drivers, keeping their drivers over the road, getting them money off vans, off the gas card, vans money, just to keep them rolling. And they not getting paid they worth, they value. That's where we at right now in this industry. It's sad to say, but that's where we at until the drivers and the carriers, the smaller carriers, wake up and band together and put a stop to it. Until then, that's where we at. This is my thought. For all y'all who tune in, hey, just like. If y'all like what y'all hear, just like. I don't, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be popular, none of that. I'm just trying to inform the people, you know what I'm saying, who are tuned in so they can get active and motivated and be a part of this movement against these greedy people. Let's put a stop to this, fellow truck drivers, as well as smaller carriers. Y'all stay safe out there. Keep moving.